What's up, you guys? So, comedian and actor Brandon T. Jackson, the actor who played alongside Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's House, is calling out Kevin Hart for wearing a skirt in his latest movie. He posted on his Instagram, "Welp, no judgment here at Kevin Hart. This is truly out of love and kindness. This is from my heart. But it's one, two, three dresses, and you're out of the old ball game." He said, "Love you, bro, but I walked away from this, and now Yah will exalt my horn in his name. You are going to have to sit down for a while in the spiritual penalty box. Yah is mad at you, but I'll help you through it, brother. You'll get through it because you have heart. Hashtag kingdom over everything." Now, what he's saying definitely sounds strange to a lot of people, but I do believe Brandon T. Jackson is part of the Hebrew Israelites, like the Black Hebrew Israelites. So this sounds like this is really what he believes, and he actually doubled down in it in his comments. Somebody commented, "Didn't you wear women's clothes in that Like Father, Like Son movie? Is everything okay at home, my guy?" And Brandon responded, "Curse for 10 years, sis. I know by experience." So he's saying that he was cursed for 10 years after wearing a dress in the Big Mama's House movie. And this is not the first time that he said that.
You mentioned the dress. It's a big conversation about that. Did you get like slack when you wore the dress at that moment?
It was like, wasn't slack from people. Only Cat Williams. Cat Williams was trying to always say, Brandon, don't wear a dress.
He called you, or is this?
No, he was saying it in the media, so I thought he was heckling me. He was really trying to help me at the time. I didn't know that. I was immature.
Right.
I feel like, dang, why I'm trying to make it. Why you bashing me? And then he was trying to warn me, don't get in the dress. So the awakened Brandon, you couldn't pay him $1 trillion to get in the dress.
Yeah. Was there like, how did they present that? Well, you knew right away you had to get in a dress.
I did the scene on lottery ticket.
Okay.
That scene on lottery ticket. After that, they were pushing his dress on me. It was something about that scene that touched a lot of people, and I think I was too real. I think they did the same thing like to Tupac. When you too real, they start looking at you like, hold on, how'd this slip past us? Who's this guy? You know what I mean? And then it's like, you know what? He might be a kid. Just put him in a dress.
What do you think the dress is about? Is it to tone us down, to tone that realness down?
I think the dress, personally, is a thing that is not in our culture to do. And I think everybody will want to put their culture on us. No, not to hate your culture or your God. Mm-hmm. If your God say you can put on a dress and your culture is normal for you, that you have the right as a human to choose that. But me, for my God and my culture, my ancient culture, we didn't do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was cursed by it. I believe it was a curse that went with that personally, because nothing went right since then. That's truthful. No one can tell me, "Hey man, you thinking too much, man. You sit down, man." Everything went wrong. Just like everything went right. Everything went wrong when I put on that dress. I'm telling you, I lived it.
Yeah. Is there any
even with Martin, things went wrong when he did it too, because Martin is very anointed. Martin is a very strong man. And Dave Chappelle said that too. He says things about that too. And if you look at Martin's Arsenio Hall interviews, you look at him now, something's changed.
Yeah, well, Martin, I noticed that too.
It's not a shot, but something's changed.
No, he definitely had like a lot of fire behind a lot of energy. He's got
similar to me.
He's gotten older, but I don't think he's gotten that old.
Eddie Murphy's old. He still has a fire to him too. I don't think it's an age thing. Yeah. I mean, my dad has a fire. He's almost.
You think maybe it was more the business that kind of it took so much out of him?
Honestly, I think it's a spiritual thing, but everyone has their own journey. Mm-hmm. I can't say what it is. I don't know. I think, for me, I can only speak for my journey. Once I put the dress on and I had that fire was put out.
Yeah.
And I only did it one time. So imagine doing it 3 times, 4 times. But then Tyler Perry did, he got stronger. I don't know the rules. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened to me. I'm not here to knock another brother because that's their path.
Yeah.
That's one thing I don't do is knock my brothers because that's their path. But I'm saying my path, when I put on a dress, it came with a demon baby mama and a starter kit for hell. That's what happened to me. You haven't seen me since, to be honest. But then I feel stronger though.
Would you like warn other stand-up comedians about the dress?
Yeah, I had an interview too where I would do it. I would do it eloquently and say I wouldn't wear the dress if you're chosen. You know, some people can wear the dress; it doesn't affect them. But you know, I don't know. For me, it didn't work, so I can say I wouldn't advise anybody to do it. Just who wants to roll that dice?
Yeah, and as you look back on it now, you kind of would never.
If I had a time machine, you know, we was with Marty McFly, I would go back, you know, and punch myself in the chest.
So apparently this Instagram post was Brandon T. Jackson's way of warning Kevin Hart about the curse he would receive on his life for wearing this dress. In other posts, he was supportive of Kevin Hart, like on his Twitter. He said, got up this morning a little frustrated, but proud of Kevin Hart for his accomplishment. Watch Fatherhood, #1 movie on Netflix. You know what? Had the call and had a meeting with a super agent to plan my return for January 2022 on my comedy special. And speaking of comedy, I wanted to bring up this. Like when you see people like Martin Lawrence dressed as women, a lot of times it's for comedic effect, but in essence, it's making fun of women. So I think there are two different issues going on here. I think Brandon T. Jackson is saying that he doesn't want to wear a dress because of his religious beliefs. But then socially, when you see Black men in dresses like this, like Black men like Martin Lawrence, Kenan from Kenan and Kel, Jamie Foxx, this is like a social issue of comedians pretty much making fun of Black women. So that's the second issue going on here. And Saturday Night Live, which is like the mecca of comedy for a lot of comedians who do sketch comedy, their mecca is Saturday Night Live. And Saturday Night Live went for years without a Black woman actress. After Maya Rudolph left in 2007, they went for years without a Black woman actress, a Black woman comedian. And whenever they needed to portray a Black woman on the show, they had a Black man do it. Like you see Kenan here. This is him playing Whoopi Goldberg. Like they always had a Black male portray a Black woman, which is something I find insulting. Just my personal opinion, I find that insulting. It's not funny to me. I do find it very insulting. And finally, they did hire comedian, I believe her name is pronounced Sajir Zamata, and then later they hired Leslie Jones, who Leslie Jones has a self-deprecating kind of comedy, which I am not a fan of either, but at least she is actually a Black woman and they're not using Black men to portray Black women anymore. So like I said, there are two issues going on here. For Brandon T. Jackson, he said for his religious beliefs and for religious reasons, he won't wear a dress and portray women. But leave a comment and let me know what you think about Brandon T. Jackson's comments about Kevin Hart being cursed for wearing a dress, just like he was cursed, according to his beliefs, he was cursed for wearing a dress in Big Mama's house.